Hey guys, Rick Denham here. Going to be doing a video today as a response to some of the questions I had from the Plunking rod setup video holder. And I was asked, how do you set up your Sockeye rigs for plunking? So I'm going to go through the exact rigging on how I do my rigs to be successful for plunking for Sockeye. And I'll point out that there are a couple different ways that you can go about making these rigs, preference based on where you're fishing, as well as the river conditions themselves and what you're targeting. Because we're targeting Sockeye, there are also opportunities on the Columbia in particular to run into steelhead. And having a multi-species crossover with the rigging also plays into some of the factoring when you're tying these up. So I will show you here and we'll go through what I like to do for Sockeye. So we'll first take a look at the two riggings themselves. One has a single hook rig and the other has a double. Now you are allowed 3 hooks on your line. Now Columbia River is barbless, so you can have up to 3 barbless hooks on your line. Rivers like the Skagit, you do not have to have a barbless hook, and that 3 still applies. Now sometimes, like the Skagit, let's say, you may be better off only running the one rig on your plunking setup, and that you'll see a lot of people run a single hook or a double hook, but just the one rig. Now Columbia River wise, you can stack your lines, and I like to do that, so I may run a double hook setup for my top line, and the plunking on the bottom setup will be the single hook. So let's first then take a dive into setting up a single hook rig. Now starting with the basic meat end here, we want a quality hook, guys, and I can't emphasize that enough, how important a good quality hook is. And there are a lot of different brands out there. I love Gamakatsu's. I have some different ones sitting in front of me here when I grab it on my bag. But just make sure, guys, it's a super sharp hook, especially in the barbless hook areas. It's going to be key to getting a good bite hook set ratio when that bell is going to be starting to ring and you have to go grab that fish. So starting with the basic there, want a good hook. Now the single hook rig, you're going to want to run probably a 2/0 hook, and that is not too big, guys. You're going to be threading a big sand shrimp tail on this, so a 2/0 hook is a great size. Now you can get away then with, on the double hook setup, of running say 2 1/0s, or you can do like I have here. I have a 2/0 in the front and a 1/0 trailer for the second hook, so I can rig that coon shrimp tail just right, pinned off the back of that second hook. Now it's all preference wise, but I like running on our northern rivers up here. It's a lot less hassle with just a single hook to plunk with than the double, but like I said, the Columbia River, the double is my go-to. So 2/0 hook, we'll open one up here. These are Eagle Claw. 2/0 hook, this one's got a nice offset hook shank, which really helps get another bit of penetration on your hook set. Now leader line is really all preference based to what you want to use. Now main line definitely needs to be heavier than the leader, that way if you happen to have any issues you can just break your leader and knock the main line and lose your entire rig. For the Columbia River situation, I like setting up my leaders with 20 or 25 pound tests, just because you may run into a lot bigger fish between sturgeon, kings, steelhead, and then you have sockeye. So at that point, having a little bit heavier leader really can help you out. Up here in the north end, you don't have to really worry about that too much, but it doesn't mean you don't cheap out on how heavy of a leader you're running. At the least, I'd say 12 pound test, but I'm running 15, again 15 to 20. Fluorocarbon can definitely help you out in our clear rivers up here in the north end, but you can really go ahead with just 15 pound Iser line and have no problems with that. So I like running, if I know I'm going to run a double hook double rig setup, so one up above the other one. My leader lengths are going to probably be about 3 feet, 2.5 to 3 feet long. It makes it a lot easier to cast, and you don't have to really worry about too much of things tangling when you know that you space things out right. Now, if I'm just plunking a single rig on a sliding setup, then I may run 3.5, 4 feet just to give me a little bit of variation on my depth and cover more water. So we have our rig leader cut. Now I'll show you here how I like to rig up my bait loop knot, because it's really important to have the bait loop in there so you can add yarn if you want. You can add extra scent with your sand shrimp tail being able to secure it. So I take and run the leader through the eye of the hook, wrap, and start going straight around 10 times. Once I get to 10, I pinch it with the top of my finger, find the tag end, and you go back through the eye of the hook from the back side. And what this does is now you have a loop here in the back. I take the loop, I make a cross with it, and tuck that straight under. Cross it, tuck straight under, cross, tuck straight under, and I do 4 of those. Then you hold the loop with your finger and thumb, and you pull tight with the tag in here, and once that cinches down, you have your bait loop knot all ready to go. Perfect. So then I cut off my tag end here, and you'll see in the rigs in front of me there are a couple different ways that you can enhance your spin and glow setup. Now, because the spin and glow is going to spin on your line, you want some kind of a bearing between the hook and the spin and glow to keep it spinning. And lately I found a very effective additive to your spin and glow. These are pure UV beads from Radical Glow, and you only need one of them on the bottom of it, but I've really found these to add a little bit of extra pop to both the clear water situations as well as your dirty conditions. Now, when we finally figure out, okay, I just want one bearing bead ready to go, there's a lot of different color options and sizes of spin and glows from Yakima bait, and these by far are the most effective way to do this. You don't have to worry about adding anything other than just sliding this on your line, making it sure fish is good, and you're ready to go. But for sockeye, you have 2 general sizes that are going to work best for you. A number 4, which is your bigger size here in my left hand, and a number 6. Now number 4 is going to float a little bit higher in the water column, and number 6 is going to not. So you have to play and make sure you have your rig set up balanced. A 2/0 hook is going to work better with a number 4. You may go down to a 1/0 hook for a number 6 spin and glow. But that's something you need to consider when you're doing this. One of my favorite colors for sockeye, really anything that has a bright pink or an orange will do very well. Last year, my rainbow color, which is what I have here on the double hook setup, was my top producer on the Columbia. So what I'll do then, run this down so I have that ready to go just like that. Now, preference wise, I like to go with a second bead up above the spin and glow as well. Now what this helps to do is add a little bit more protection for the spin and glow if you have other things floating down the line that may get in the way of keeping the spin and glow spinning. So right there you have a perfect looking spin and glow ready to go. You can even add a corky or a cheater just above the bottom bead if you want. There are a lot of different ways you can go about doing it. Then what I do on all of my plunking rigs, and as I showed in the video making the plunking rod holder, is a quality snap swivel on the end of things, because this snap swivel will help you quick change out rigs and not have to worry about pulling them off a leader roll and having to tie on and take precious time away when you could really have a good school of fish coming by. So this is all set and ready to plunk. A good quality setup, ready to rock. So that's pretty much all that I'm doing, guys. You can play around with hook size to your spin and glow combination. Like I said, this is a 2/0. You could even go 3/0 on this number 4 spin and glow. It may even work better with that number 6. It's all preference and testing out to see what is going to work best for you. But yeah, good luck out there, guys. You can vary things up too. I'll add one more point. You don't always have to do the same thing everybody else is doing. Running the same colors, the pinks to oranges. Yes, they all do work, but sometimes having something a little different will do wonders as well. This one's a blue and pink with black. Works well. Gosh, I have some other great options that I tied up. One of them being, you can add a nice little Hoochie Skirt to your rig. And by adding that little Hoochie Skirt combination at the end, sometimes you don't even have to run bait. You can just set that thing up and you're ready to rock. So, excuse me. You can also take a spinning glow and cut one of the wings off. And by doing this, it's going to add a different vibration and movement to your rig in the water. Sometimes that's what they want. So it's really up to your own customization, guys, between color patterns and the different color patterns, different hook sizes. You guys can really customize these rigs however you want, leader length, to find whichever is the best for you. So good luck out there, guys. Hope this helps. If you have any other questions or comments, please leave them below, and subscribe if you want to see some more videos coming up. So thanks a lot, guys. Rick Denham signing off. Take care. Fish on. Hey guys, thanks for watching today. Hope you really enjoyed this video and learned a lot. This is Rick Denham with Holy Moly Outdoors signing off. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe my channel and take a look at the videos playing above. Lots more information and instructional videos to come. Thanks for watching, guys. Tight lines, good luck on the water. Fish on.